Good day, viewers, and welcome to today's Sports Wrap Show. I am your host, Brian Munango, unpacking the latest sports news. Well, Manchester United sealed qualification for next season's Champions League with a 4-1 thrashing of the Blues Chelsea that is yesterday. Congratulations to Man United that we saw Casemiro, Fernandes, Rashford all getting on the score sheet. Also beautiful to see Martial also getting on the score sheet there. So the team is back in the Premier League. So congratulations to Manchester United and Manchester United fans as well, as I am also one. So yes, next year we can look forward to some Champions League football. Well, the hit list is up next after the break. Well, the first round of the 2023 RMB Chess Open Championship kicked off at Nictus Cultural Center in Windhoek yesterday. The tournament is hosted by Namibia Chess Federation and sponsored by Rand Merchant Bank, that's RMB Namibia. It will take place from the 25th to the 28th and will see players from China, Botswana, South Africa, Zambia and Zimbabwe face each other. Well, it consists of two main sections, namely the open and women's section. There are also junior and cadet sections. This championship aims to enable the chess rating growth, as it is an event of the FIFA, that is FIDE. So for players to get international ratings, it will expose young players and give them the experience at international levels of chess. Well, the pipeline is definitely up next after the short break. Well, I can for one definitely say I had a good Friday today, as I was at the Wanderers Rugby field for the Legends training camp that attracted over 400 young superstars who love the rugby game to just come learn more about the rugby. And we were happy with the SA Legends that turned up today, and I got the chance to chat to John Smit, who won the World Cup in 2007. He led the Springboks and he was the captain of the team that won the World Cup in 2007. So wonderful and fantastic for me personally to be around legends of that sort, and please do enjoy the interview that's up next. Well, I am joined by one of the biggest legends, one of the biggest legends to ever do it, winning the World Cup in 2007, leading the Springbok team in the World Cup. John, quickly just tell me, how are you doing today? You're in Namibia. How are you loving the weather here?
The weather's great, isn't it beautiful to be in Africa? I mean, this is a winter's day. We're in our t-shirts, the sun's shining, we're all blessed. But it's great to be here. I've come a few times to play games, but never seen Namibia. And now we're actually at Wanderers here, doing a massive coaching league with 300-400 kids, which is just insane.
I mean, we saw earlier we had a lot of kids turn up today. I don't know how you guys managed to reach out to all of them. But quickly tell me, run us through it. Training clinic, how was it for you personally running through it today?
No, incredible, and you're right. It's controlled chaos, but you'd rather have too many kids than too few. And the enthusiasm and the energy, and the energy from these kids was incredible today. So yeah, we sort of had 12 stations, roamed around. We had some amazing help from some high school coaches as well, which helped control sort of the youngsters. Yeah. But phenomenal.
Okay, atmosphere was definitely fantastic. How important is it, do you think, we need to have more of this training clinics where you guys show up, or we have legends in the game that just come share their knowledge, share what they know and share what they have to teach about the sport of rugby?
Rugby's given us so much as professionals, and we were made while we were playing by the people and the support and the fans and the kids that sort of looked up to us. And it's important for us and players that have been able to have that privilege to give back and to help grow that passion for the game. And that's why I think rugby just continues to grow.
You know, definitely, I'm personally shaking in my boots here because I grew up watching you. I grew up loving the rugby game because of you. I used to play prop, but I also wanted to be a hooker at some point because of you. But can you tell me what are your thoughts on the development of rugby in Africa as a whole?
Well, I think we've seen it at the World Cups. We've got South Africa who's been able to win it 3 times, and we obviously got Namibia who's gets themselves qualified for the World Cup more often than not. So we got the likes of Zimbabwe, who's a rugby playing nation as well. So I guess it's one where the love for the game is amazing, and it always competes with football, across the world, let alone the continent. So for us to be able to have as many teams as we do competing to qualify for a World Cup is phenomenal.
Okay, I spoke to Skalk earlier and I asked him this question: how excited are you personally for this year's World Cup?
Yeah, I can't wait. So we've got a real team that can go a double. I can do it back to back, and it's wonderful to be able to. I'll do a bit of commentary, and it's so much easier to commentate on a team that's as powerful as the Springboks when they're doing so well. So yeah, I've got a huge amount of excitement about the World Cup.
Okay, 2007, you led the South African team to the World Cup. Tell me, compared to then and now, how has the rugby game evolved or changed?
Look, I think it's certainly gotten faster. I mean, every year the guys get bigger and faster, and the game sort of moves in certain directions, and in terms of the way that the game is played. Yeah. I do think that the biggest change is it has gotten safer. We've seen the scrum change dramatically, so it's a safer game to play. We've seen obviously all the law changes around the tackle area and the penalising of dangerous play. So, but it's still at the end of the day a very physical game, and it's wonderful that we look after the guys from a head injury point of view, but fundamentally it's an impossible game to make 100% safe. That's why coaching and teaching kids from a young age is so important, is to keep them safe and help them enjoy the game. That's a physical one. Okay,
I mean, hopefully we get to see you guys come through here more often, but just if you have a message for the young rugby player out there who couldn't make it out today and who are excited, who are ready to play rugby, what is your message for the kid that's out there?
Rugby has taught me so much, and I'm almost jealous of the kids that are starting out in their careers, because they've got all the friendships to make, all the memories to make, the camaraderie, the hard work, the training, and the highs and lows, and it teaches you about life. So the kids, enjoy the game and enjoy the lessons that it teaches you in life.
Okay, thank you very much. Well, I myself find myself smiling because of that interview there. I mean, I had a good time with the legends there. I enjoyed my chats with them. Skalk Brits was also one of them who won the World Cup in 2019. I just sat down there listening to them talking about the sport was definitely one of the biggest moments of my life. Has to be up there with one of the best moments. Well, the Your Take segment is up next, but after the break. Well, the NW Marathon is set to take place tomorrow at the Gross Barmen on the Gross Barmen Okahanja route. Ahanjo Kapofi caught up with Nelson Ashipala, the NWR Corporate Communications Online Media and MICE Manager. Well, this is what they had to share.
Good day, viewers. You're, of course, watching Sports Wrap. Now, one of the things that are currently underway is, of course, the NWR Marathon. Now, to give us some more insight, I'm joined by Nelson Ashipala from NWR. How are you doing?
Good, thank you. How are you, Kapofi?
I'm doing amazing.
Super.
So, I'm very excited because recently we also announced on our social media about Hilaria Johannes actually joining the race and going to beat her record. So, just give us a rundown about what is going to go down on the 27th of May.
Okay, actually the exciting news is that Hilaria has been training very, very hard.
Yes.
That much I can tell you. I joined the team. I joined her run 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
She's fast. She was too fast for me.
Yeah.
But so far, everything has been going well. We've obviously had a few sponsors on board. For starters, Telecom Namibia has come on board.
Yes.
So has Old Mutual. They've also come on board. On top of this, now having Namib Mills that have also come on board.
Ooh.
So it's going to be something very, very exciting.
Yes.
I think the most important thing to look forward to is the after event of it all. Us having to announce whether Hilaria was able to break her record.
Yes.
The good thing is that there will also be a timing system on the day. So each runner will get their timing. Most importantly, also, each runner will get their medals.
Yes.
But I think the effect of it all, or the beauty of it all, is the fact that someone will be running the Gross Barmen route. That route is the most scenic, beautiful route ever. Imagine running in front of Springboks and all those beautiful things. So, so I think we're excited. We're excited. Preparations are in full swing. A team has gone out to go and measure the distances for us.
Yes.
So all those will also announce the routes in the coming week. But what I can tell you is that it is purely just on tar. The Okanja community has been very, very responsive. A lot of them will be coming out. So, so I think it will be something very, very exciting. And most importantly, also the rooms are selling out fast. For those who like to overnight, you would want, after a good run, you want to go into the thermal pool, you want to relax a bit. So all those things we're excited for,
Yes. And one very important thing that you mentioned, of course, you just want to run. You want to stay over and, stay the night and enjoy with everybody else that took part. Now, I just want you to also mention to our viewers, this race is not only for now the people that take running professionally. Families can also come out and stuff like that.
We have a 5 kilometer fun run.
Yes.
So this is where if you have a child in the pram, you can perhaps just run with them. I think it's an all-rounder. For this very, very serious runners, they can always do the 21 kilometers.
Yes.
That's something which they will look forward to. So I think it's for everyone to come out, to come and run and to come and have fun. So I think, other than that, we should not see it as, oh no, will I be able to do 5 kilometers? Trust me, we'll give you the whole day to finish the whole 5 kilometers. So please come one, come all. We will obviously be having other activities besides now the usual.
Yes.
There will be a beer tent. There will also be a nice braai facilities.
Yes.
Kids can swim. The good thing is also we'll be opening Gross Barmen to every runner. So one can always come and swim and have fun and all these things.
Yes. So basically, it's fun in the sun and the run at the same time. Perfect. I love that. Okay, so you've mentioned earlier, or we've seen also on social media about how some of the runners will be getting discounts and all that. Can you also just mention that to our viewers?
Yes, many of the runners that will join us on the day, we will be giving 10% discount for those that would like to book in.
Yes.
Obviously, if you have a non-leisure card, it will also work out much better to your advantage.
Yes.
But if you would like to stay over, those are some of the benefits. There's also something exciting in the concept. For each and every single entry that joins, we will give out a voucher, a camping voucher at Hardap Dam Resort. So this voucher is for 8 people in total. So you and your family can always go out camping. It will be valid for the next 3 months.
3 months.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So I think something also very, very lucrative. So we're excited. It's the value for money is much more than what one would find.
Yes.
Because for $100 getting a camping voucher to Hardap Dam Resort. It's amazing,
Yes. So Hardap Dam Resort is one of my favorites. So I'm definitely going to be taking part. I'm not too sure if I'm going to do the 21 kilometers, but I'd like to do the 5 kilometers. Thank you so much for joining us. Viewers, you've heard it yourself. The run is taking place on the 27th of May at the Gross Barmen Resort. So it's the Gross Barmen Okahanja route.
Yes.
There's a 21 kilometer for the more serious runners, and then the 5 kilometers for just some fun. And of course, we have your Hilaria Johannes who's going to attempt to break that record, which we are all very excited to see. And you want to see it live and not really all through social media. So it's $250 to enter and potentially get a free T-shirt. But otherwise, then they can enter for $100 as well.
Yes, for $100. Remember, the T-shirts, proceeds from the T-shirts will go to saving the rhino.
Yes.
And also all other poaching activities which we have. So I think it's worthwhile to get yourself a T-shirt.
Yes.
Yeah, it's for a very good cause. So we urge all the serious, non-serious runners. It will be a beautiful family day. Come out in numbers, come and join us.
Yes. Alright, so you've heard it yourself. Please stay tuned as we still do have more coming up on Sports Rap.
Well, there you heard from Hancho and Nelson. We are all very excited for the NWR marathon that's taking place at Gross Barmen this weekend. So if you do like marathons, if you are into seeing people run or you just enjoy the sport, definitely do you make your way to Gross Barmen, that is. Well, our special Lejol Rugby is up next after the break, where we have an interview with Boland Cavaliers captain Thurlow March, who speaks on the game against the Windhoek Truffle Witches that will be taking place at Hagegengop Stadium. So please do stay tuned.
The next days are not a measurement of time, but the distance from here to the finish line. For the race you are running, for your kids, your career, your health, your future. Not away, but towards it. While the voice in your head reminds you it won't be easy. But by simply swinging your feet towards the floor, you've taken the first step. Grow for it with Stamino Grow. 5-in-1 supplement available at all leading pharmacies.
Hulle dis Saterdag Mzansi beker teen Namibië. Sommer net jou gedagtes om teen Namibië sowel Witchy as in Windhoek te speel.
Exciting. Ek dink as ek dit in een woord moet opsom, is dit die manne is baie excited om teen Namibië te gaan meeding en dankie aan SA Rugby vir die inisiatief. Ek dink dis baie van ons jong manne in die span se eerste keer in die buiteland. So die manne spot onder mekaar en sê is jou eerste stamp in jou paspoort. So die manne is excited vir Namibië om die Namibiaanse kultuur te gaan ervaar vir Windhoek. Die enigste manier hoe die manne Windhoek ken is deur die Windhoek lager. So ek dink is lekker tye en ons is excited om die Namibiaanse mense te ontmoet. Ek kan onthou in 2017 het ek die Northern Suburbs meegeding in die Gold Cup. So hopelik is daar 'n paar van hulle in die Welwitse span en dan kan ons weer lekker gesels by daardie wedstryd.
Dit reën lekker hier rondom ons. Ons is hier by Boland Stadion. Dit reën. Die veld gaan baie anders wees, maar julle het 'n lekker aanskoulike wedstryd teen SWD Arende gespeel die afgelope naweek. Seker lekker wees om bietjie in die droër veld, in die droër harder omstandighede te speel daarbo.
Ja, ek dink die droër veld is eintlik wat ons beter pas. Ons het 'n baie gevaarlike agterlyn met baie skillvol losvoorspelers wat ook baie spoed het. So ek dink die droër omstandighede is eintlik wat ons verkies. Maar ons sal op enige dag, ek weet ons kan nie omstandighede bepaal nie. So ek dink ons is so ingestel dat enige veld, enige dag, enige span, ons is gereed.
En dan die spansport rugby is uniek. Ook lekker om weer nuwe vriende te maak daar en na die tyd met die oppositie hard te speel, maar mekaar daar 'n handdruk te gee en daarom ook so 'n bietjie hulle te leer ken na die tyd.
Verseker, ek het een oom, dis ook 'n ou legende van Roses wat altyd sê as rugby nie vriendskappe bou nie, dan wil hy nie meer rugby speel nie. So ek het dit gevat saam met my en oral waar ek kom, probeer ek 'n vriend of twee maak, want 'n mens weet nooit in die lewe wat die toekoms vir jou inhou nie. En met die vriendskapbande wat 'n mens die rugby bou, ek dink daar's nie 'n einde daaraan nie. Dit gaan tot 'n mens die dag nie meer daar is nie.
It takes heart and all the soul. A head stuck in the game. It takes every bone in your body, all the blood in your veins. And then more blood, and more sweat, more tears, all your hopes and your dreams. It takes conquering fears. It's late nights and weekends, 6 to 6s, 9 to 5s. It takes sacrifice and suffering every moment of our lives. It takes kick after kick, being kicked when you're down. It takes fighting for hours for inches of ground. It takes every last line out, every last second spent. It takes absolute devotion. It takes 100%.
May, choose brand new. Choose drama and deceit.
I'm very attracted to you. Oh. Would you be interested in having an affair?
Choose fights and fallouts.
I won, and that was right.
I brought the heat.
I mean, I'm gonna destroy you.
Choose truth and discovery.
I miss her every day. I see her every day.
Choose fresh shows, series, and original entertainment. This May, choose brand new. Choose DSTV.
Good day, everyone. Time for international sports news. Starting off with soccer news first. It's news from the English Premier League, and it's good news for Manchester United fans. They qualified for the Champions League for the next season. The top 4 teams in the English Premier League qualify for that prestigious competition. Also very lucrative for clubs to be there. So besides winning the title, the top 4 is the next thing to achieve for clubs in English football. Manchester United beat Chelsea by 4-1 at Old Trafford, and that puts them safely in the top 4. They cannot be overtaken by the 5th place team at the moment, that is Liverpool. Liverpool next season will have to play Europa League. The top 4 teams then that will play Champions League next year will be Manchester City, the champions, also Arsenal, currently second on the list, and then also Newcastle and Manchester United. On to tennis news, and it's a much anticipated French Open that starts on clay. It is this coming Sunday that the first rounds will be played. The seedings are out, and the men's seedings, the first seed is world number 1 Carlos Alcaraz, and he will probably meet Novak Djokovic in the semi-final if both of them continue to win their games up to that point. And it is quite significant. Novak Djokovic is trying to win a record 23rd major title. The second seed for this tournament will be Daniil Medvedev. Daniil Medvedev overtook Novak Djokovic on the world rankings after winning the Italian Open. In the women's side of the draw, number 1 seed is Iga Swiatek of Poland. She's quite comfortably the world number 1 at the moment, and she begins the tournament with the first round game against Cristina Busca, and she is the world number 67 from Spain. And continuing international sports news with golf news, there's quite a few tournaments taking place at the moment. The PGA moves on to the Charles Schwab Challenge. That's on the men's PGA. That's after the men's PGA concluded the last weekend. That's at the Colonial Country Club in Texas. First round leader, quite a good round from Harry Hall. He is from England. 62 he played. That's 8 under par. A few shots behind him after the first round is Harris English of the USA. He's on -5. Then Scotty Scheffler also on -3. Victor Hovland is 1 over par after the first round. Then another player I can mention is Michael Block. He was quite in the news. He's a club pro and he finished in the top 15 at the PGA. He was also invited for this tournament, but he battled quite a bit. He went 11 over par on his first round in this tournament. That is Michael Block. In the KLM Open, that's on the European Tour or the DP World Tour, it is Jorgi Compello that leads. He came in with a 63 in his first round. That is 9 under par. And Danny Sullivan of England -6 just behind him. Southern African interest, it is Louis de Jager. He came in with a round of -2. And also Oki Strydom that plays in the tournament. He battled his 2 over par. Concluding international sports news with cycling news, the Giro d'Italia that continues. The last stage will be on Sunday, and it's Gareth Thomas of Great Britain that took his lead a little bit further. He didn't win the stage, but he had a good result, and he's now 29 seconds ahead of second place Primoz Roglic in the general classifications. João Almeida is 39 seconds further down in third position. 3 stages left for the cyclist. The third last stage will be in the mountains again, and then on Saturday it will be a time trial over 18 kilometers, and then the last stage 129 kilometers in Rome. Then the tour finishes in Rome on Sunday. Just quickly, stage 18, the winner was Filippo Zana. He's from Italy. He won the stage in a sprint in 4 hours, 25 minutes and 12 seconds. He was followed by Frenchman Thibaut Pinot in second position in the sprint. That's international sports news for today. Hope you have a great sport day and sport weekend, and we talk again on Monday. Goodbye.
Well, that brings us to the end of today's show. Sports Wrap will be back again on Monday, same time, same place. Please do have a lovely weekend.